guys, this is Night Sniper coming here with a video. And as always, I hope you guys are still doing fantastic, doing alright. And as for me, I'm doing pretty well. So, before I get into today's video, and hold on, give me a second. Oh, here we go. Sorry about that. So, as you guys know, after from the last stream, obviously, at the end of the stream, you guys heard what I said. And as you guys are well aware that fortunately, I do make a few rules on this channel. And everything matters that when it comes to power. As you guys know, you guys saw my skills and strategy, but did I ever go crazy? No. As I always told you guys before, when it comes to fights, I always remain calm and focus on the battlefield. But unlike someone who used that power to not only use it against me, but went crazy on it. So, as punishment for using power as craziness, I was definitely 100% serious about the punishment. So, let me guess right now. You guys thinking that's way heartless? No. First of all, let me stop right there. You guys thinking that's way too heartless? That's not heartless. What I've shown was only tiny 1% of my heartless side. Well, not heartless, but how serious I am when it comes to my rules. So, fortunately, yep, starting right now, if you guys can see that, the timer is about to begin. And as you guys can see, the timer has begun. And this is exactly what time that the punishment will end for a specific someone who got the punishment. As for everyone else, you're okay, you're fine. But just for the record, this is how you guys still think that's heartless. Well, let's say if I extend it like this, for example. So, this is true heartless. If I said this, how much punishment that someone will get if they break my rules again multiple times. This is true heartless. Yep. That's how many hours I would put if someone breaks my rules too many times. Whether when it comes to males, they'll get serious punishment. But females, on the other hand, as long as there are 3 levels for them. Level 1, they'll just get 1 minute punishment. Level 2, they'll get a 20-minute punishment. But level 3, they will receive a 15-hour punishment. But get all the way past to level 4 or 5? Oh, trust me, you do not want to see how many hours I'm going to put when it comes to females. But so far, some of the girls have been doing perfectly well and fine. But the males, on the other hand, well, it looks like someone has deserved a nice little 24-hour punishment. And those are the rules. So, fortunately, I turned off the timer, but starting it now. So, fortunately, the timer has begun. And that's the time that at my time will end. So, the timer has started. So, here's how it's going to work. that person is not allowed to talk until the timer is up. If they talk, then I'll extend the timer to 1 hour more. So let's say it goes down to 23 hours, but if they talk, I'll increase it to 1 hour. That would mean 24 hours again, and it'll go down and go down, but if they talk, it adds up and adds up. So that's how it's going to work. However, they are still allowed to talk to their friends through other websites, and they're still allowed to play with me, of course, because if I say they're not allowed to play with me, that would be, again, true heartless of me. But let's just say what I just shown was just 1%. That's it. So you're still allowed to talk to your friends through other ways. And two, you're still allowed to play with me. Simple as that. Alright, but now that that's gone out of the way, now on to the video. Because what I just said was just letting you guys know. So now on today's video. So, as you guys are well aware, and I think it's about time you should know, but unfortunately, I already talked with the boys, but they're still saying no. But as for me, so it's about time you guys know this story. So as you guys know, before you guys met up with me and the boys, as you guys know, there have been other players and some specific people who hate me and the boys as well. And let's just say, as you guys know, I've been sending one of my friends to Discord because, trust me, I used to use Discord like back in, I would say, 2018, 17, or 16, if I remember. It's been a long time. But fortunately, I no longer use it because for a few reasons. Because one, let's just say me and the boys are dealing with one problem that we didn't want to tell you guys because he's unlike the psycho. This guy, he's, well, I would say he's crazy and he wants revenge on me and the boys, of course, but nothing like too serious. He's just, yeah. And let's just say he's been stalking me for years. And I know you guys are telling me, why didn't I tell you this, or why didn't I ever tell you guys? Well, like I said, this is my business and I do not want anyone to get involved in it. So I've been hiding it for approximately, I would say, 7 years or 8 years, because before you guys met up with me, Chris and Lewis used to play with me on PlayStation until that person who betrayed us and hacked their accounts. And you're probably wondering why my PlayStation account was never hacked. Because as I told you guys before, I'm under protection. And obviously, there's no way no one can access my PlayStation account. Says it's being well protected. I can't believe, and I know he's still watching, even though I banned him and unfriended him and even kicked him out. I know he's still watching. Or, I don't know, but still. I really know. I'm pretty sure our good old friend Tyler is still watching us. Because, yeah, that's his name. Tyler was one of us until he backstabbed us Because here's how it happened. Me, Chris, and Lewis were playing, I think it was Call of Duty Black Ops 3 or, yeah, 3. We were doing multiplayer and it went pretty cool, I guess. And I taught Chris and Lewis a lot of stuff, including Tyler. But unfortunately, as time and days passed by, Tyler started acting a little off and suspicious because he kept saying, "Wow, Sniper, you are really smart, and we can use you to make sure people don't mess with us." And when he said that, like, I was like, if I remember, if I said, "What do you mean?" And that's when he revealed his true colors. He said this: "We can use our powers to hurt people, and everyone on Call of Duty will suffer, and we will be unstoppable. We can do whatever we want, and we can cyberbully them." And I was like, "Are you crazy? We're not doing that. That's insane." And you guys know me, I'm not that type of person. I don't care whether I win or lose. But Tyler, well, he only cared about winning. And fortunately, that's when me, Chris, and Lewis decided to like kick him out because we told him, "Tyler, sorry, but you're no longer one of us. You have to leave." And that's when he started to go a little bit crazy. So fortunately, we blocked him. We we banned him. I banned him from my channel, of course. And obviously, he doesn't create multiple Google. He doesn't create multiple Google accounts. He only has one. But unfortunately, for unknown reasons, and I can't believe he did it. I don't know how he did it, but for some reason, he hacked into Lewis and Chris's accounts, PlayStation accounts, and he deleted everything. Chris and Lewis lost everything because Tyler, I don't know why he didn't like. He tried to get me, but my PlayStation is okay. But Chris and Lewis, when they told me, they were really upset and really crying. Well, not crying, but really frustrated and giving a bit of a trauma, I would say. But yeah. And fortunately, Tyler, yeah, he was laughing. He made fun of us. So, fortunately, ever since that day, we have been ignoring him for the past few years. Because not only that, but we also chat on Discord. Because fortunately, we used to use Discord to like communicate, chat, and talk with each other. Because I didn't know much about PlayStation 4 back then. But now I do. But ever since then, let's just say he's been stalking us for the past 7 years. And I know what you guys are telling me. Why didn't you ever tell us? Why did you keep it secret from us? I told you guys before. Things are personal to me, whether I share it or not. Things are keep secret that are personal to me. And this was one of them. Even though Tyler has been watching me for, I don't know, 7 or 8 years before you guys met up with us, he's the reason why we can't go back to Discord and why Chris and Lewis never want to go back on PlayStation, Xbox, or any other systems. That's why they only work for me. And even if we do somehow get rid of Tyler, Chris and Lewis made their choice, but me, I made my choice. I'm still continuing whether if they want to watch or play, but they're going to only be watching from now on. So, yeah, that's our small problem we've been dealing with before you guys met up with us. Because obviously, yeah, I was dealing with a few problems myself before you guys met up with me, ever since about 4 years ago, before the incident with the psycho and what you guys went through. But I never wanted to mention Tyler because obviously it would have made the situation even worse if I told you guys. But now that the psycho and everyone else is back to normal, Tyler is not really much of a threat. He's just crazy. If we get rid of his account or report him somehow, by obviously, because now that things have changed over the past few years, through 2020 all the way to 2025, a lot of things have changed. And let's just say I've learned a lot on my own, and you guys have seen it. So, if by any chance, if we do get rid of Tyler, that would mean I would return to Discord, and that way I'll be able to contact everyone through there. But I don't think that's going to be possible with him running around, because I know he's watching, and even he's going to be watching this video. But trust me, he's not really that smart, and he's not really that crazy. He only wants... all he cares about is just he wants to make other players lose, and he only cares about winning. That's all he cares about. But he wants me. But I blocked him, I banned him, but he's not going to leave me alone, even though he's blocked and we banned him. So, yeah, now you guys know. So, fortunately, I am not going to, if I get more reports for him, he might be gone for good. And obviously, I can return to Discord, but hopefully not until he's finished. Because as long as he's running around on every single website or any internet, so far he doesn't know about my Twitch friends, which is a good thing, but he doesn't know about their Discords either, which is also a good thing. But if he finds out, well, good luck with that. So, yeah. If you are listening to this, Tyler, if you even think about trying to do the same thing what you did to me and the boys, think again, because a lot of things have changed over the past few years. And whether or not if you've been watching me this whole entire time or not, yeah, eventually you will lose, and you'll be a goner for good. Because Chris and Lewis are still not happy for what you did to them. But don't worry, now that we made new friends. But I'm not saying I should get you guys involved in this. All I'm saying is we report him. But unfortunately, it's been so many years, he probably changed his username by now. Because my block list has a ton of block players, and he might have changed his name already. And his profile picture as well. So it might be hard to see which one is him. It could be any one of those block players I blocked. But anyways, now you guys know, and relax. He's banned, blocked, and he only has one account. That's it. He doesn't create Google accounts because, well, I don't know, but still, he doesn't have multiple accounts. But anyways, I hope you guys understand and relax. Me and Chris and Lewis have been dealing with this guy before you met up with us. And we know how to deal with him. Whether he doesn't stop it or not, I don't really care. Because I've gotten improved a lot over the past few years, and you guys have already seen it. So, yeah. But, anyways, that's all I want to share. So, peace out. Peace out. Stay safe. I'll see you guys again when I wake up. Peace.